stream going there too. Good morning, everybody. All right, so let's get started with our market breakdown. So it's Monday. Markets haven't been open since Friday. We could take a quick look here at what's going on the ES. E-mini futures edge higher amid AI optimism and Fed rate cut expectations despite a shutdown concern. So a lot of us were a little concerned that the shutdown would be able to provide a bit of a significant pullback in the markets. I know I myself was also sort of not anticipating it, but not expecting it either, but was prepared for it, right? We always have to be prepared in the market, and right now, we've been making new all-time highs. We've been holding bullish, holding daily demand zones. Like, there's really no reason to think, oh, we're in a bear market right now at all, especially if it's just like a little pullback here or there. Now, when we had our government shutdown announcement, those are economic events that do have the capability of either reversing a market, causing a market to pull back, anything against its current trend. However, we had that government shutdown, and this was October 1st. This is when we had the government shutdown. Sort of just went down and we held steady. So it was not strong enough to give us that reversal. So we could be patient, see if there are any other geopolitical or economic events coming up that could cause that. Let's see, live news, see our trending news. Nothing major except gold smashing through 3,900 an ounce, which is just insane. It's going to be at 4,000 this year. ES upside target 68.05, downside target 67.50. Take a look at gold for a moment. I do want to see gold over here too. So gold on the 4-hour, I found a couple 4-hour demand zones. One right down here. It's going to be your D4 hour. And then another one right over here. Last area of pullback before we had a real strong leg up. So if we could pull back, right? So let's say price was chopping, price manipulated, made that higher low, came back, made another higher low, pushed higher. Would like to see it come back again, right? So think of it this way. If we have this sell-off like this, a lot of people might be going short gold, short gold, short gold, short gold. They short it all the way to here. They keep shorting it. Meanwhile, we have a support zone right there. So I'd like to see if we create another higher low at that point on gold for a long position. Do have to be a little careful though, because that would call for about a 48-point pullback, and that is very, very unlikely, right? We want to be realistic with the market and reasonable. We want to trade with what's likely, not unlikely. Hey, good morning, Kev. What's going on, man? Guys, if you're here on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. It looks like the volume's working right today. That's a great sign. Yo, good morning, Discord. Ozzy, Charlie, good morning, guys. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Alex the Killer, Adonis, Ace, good morning, everybody. Habibi, Garrett, Jay, Kurt, what's up? Mike, Ryan, hello, hello. Habibi, Exhausted Trader, DW, good morning, everybody. Charlie, Mike, what's up, what's up? Hope you guys had a great weekend. Let's see.
All good. Glad to be back in class.
Love to hear it. Yes, sir. Hey, good morning, guys. Appreciate the good mornings.
Hey, Kev, quick question.
Yeah.
Is there a chance of a gap fill on ES today? Because I have some zones marked out.
Yeah, let's
And
take
I'm
a look.
just wondering if there's a chance on the gap fill, because it's about to enter one of my rejection zones.
Sure, we can take a look at that. First thing we'll do is we'll find that gap fill price. So I already have our open price marked out. Our gap fill price is gonna be, so we're on 30-minute time frame. I found our 330 candle. It closed right here. So this is our gap fill price on the ES today. And that gap size at the moment is about a 0.31% gap up. So let's take a look at our edge full stats. If I could find those. There they are. Edge full. Gap fill, go to report. And let's see. Good morning, everybody. So now what we can do, whenever I go to like a gap fill or any report, I like to go standard by size and see, like, because we did the measurement already today. It said like 0.31%. So we could see what are the odds that we fill a gap of that size or larger. Hey, good morning, Adonis. Good morning, guys. What's up? What's up? Alright, so 0.31, that would be the second one because it's 0.20 to 0.39. And gap ups only fill 54% of the time. That is a little bit of a red flag. That's a coin toss, right? It's not in our favor. Like a gap down fills 69% of the time, almost 70% of the time. That would be a much easier target. 50%, that makes it a little more difficult. I will say, on the other hand, when we're looking at these sizes and we look at the last 5 gap ups between these sizes, the last 3 in a row have filled. So something to keep an eye on. I will also do my own supply and demand markup here on ES as well, and we'll see if we have any support areas below us. Now, I did have a demand zone right down over here, and this was formed on Thursday, and it held on Friday. So I would like to see if we could come down towards it one more time today to, again, hold it as support. Only about a 30-point pullback, which then I would look for a 40 to 50-point rally. That's not unheard of in a bull market like this. We see that we could have rallies as much as 60 to 70 points. So let's be a little careful. Let's be a little patient. And let's not rush anything. But let's also see if we have any other zones that we might be missing. So this was a 15-minute demand. Let's start on our daily, really just break it down. So daily, making higher highs, making higher lows, bullish. 4 hour, let's see, this is ES on the 4 hour time frame. I could have sworn I marked stuff out on the 4 hour. Was that on the 6 hour then? Oh, that was gold. That was gold. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, let's delete some of these. Now, I gotta note, though, something, guys. This demand zone all the way down here, this is about 70, 80 points away. So I'm not expecting this demand zone to be hit. And if we head towards this demand zone, that would require us to break this area right here. And I'm even going to mark out this low right here. Because if we could break this demand zone and that low, then we will have enough space and enough room to run below this 6740 and make our way to this demand zone down here around 6710. So that's something I might be looking for on ES as well, if we're able to find enough bearish momentum. We have to remember, though, we are in a bit of a strong bull trend right now. We're at all-time highs, no doubt about it. 4 hour, not really seeing much. Now, something to note, guys, when I am doing my pre-market analysis, my supply and demand breakdowns, is I'm looking for, because we're in a bull market, I'm looking for the higher highs, right? I'm looking for higher lows. So usually, if that's the case, I like to look for new demand zones, because I know we're not really going to create good supply zones because they're not going to be holding. We've been in a bull market. We're making higher highs, which means we're breaking supply zones. On the other hand, sometimes what I'll do is I'll look to see if there's a supply zone in an old area like this, and then I'll look to see if it lines up, because I know it's broken, with a new demand zone, right? So look at this. We broke the supply, we flipped it, we held it as support, and then we formed a new demand zone, and that also held as support. So this was a very key area on the ES, and that's right off of 67.55. That's where I'd like to target today, and that would require a gap fill on the ES, 67.65. So yeah, Jay, I would sort of look for that gap fill. If we're looking statistic-wise, let's see one more time on that. So by size, the odds aren't too heavy in our favor. If we go by weekday, gap ups, ooh, dude, same thing. Mondays, again, another 50-50. So the odds are definitely declined for the gap fill. With that being said, what I wonder is if we have any possible entry criterias above the gap fill, right? Could we look for a pullback and find an entry right above the gap fill with our stop loss at the gap fill, expecting us to not even break it because we're looking for that gap to not get filled today? So that's something I might look out for too. What we can do with Edgeful as well, we go by size. We could go to custom and we could go by percent, and we could see how often we fill 75% of a gap fill that size. Okay, well, gap ups that size, we fill 75%, 67% of the time. That's a lot more in my favor now. So 67% of the time, we fill that gap fill for 75%. So let's throw up we could use a fib tool to get those percentages. I do want to mention, though, if we do start to continue to move higher from here, let's measure our gap fill. So our cutoff is 0.39. So right up here. What do I mean by our cutoff? Well, our odds significantly decrease even more if the ES is able to open above this price level because the gap fill will be even that much larger. So I would like to see if price can open somewhere below. This is a 5-minute. Let's check a 15-minute. I'm looking to see if we have any supply or demand zones, areas of interest. I did say I would consider something down here. If we threw our volume profile up from Sunday's open, 6 o'clock, there's probably a very low volume down here, which there is. So there's a few things I might look for. I might look for us to try to run towards our open price. I might look for us to run anywhere into this green zone down here to hold as support. And ideally, I would like to try to use that gap fill as a stop loss. Now, on the flip side of that, we open up, we sell off real strong, we take out this low, then we take out, I'll get out of my way, then we take out this low. These low-hanging fruit areas, as I call them, are sitting right above our open and our gap price. So again, we open up, we sell off like crazy. I'm not going long just for the sake of going long. We have to see that there's either passive buyers here or something on Bookmap on our order flow tool to tell us buyers are stepping in to try to support us or absorb the sellers. And then we'll take our long position off of that. And again, that's going off of the bullish bias of our higher time frame. With that being said, though, if we sell off, we sell real strong. This is my area that I would much rather look for a long position on ES. The 67.55. 67.55, but 67.68 if we cannot fill the gap fill. Let's see if ES has anything here. So check this out. So something I've noted on gold when it comes to using Bookmap is when they put out these orders like this. Excuse me. Now, no, this is ES, so I don't think it's going to work the same way. But I've noted on gold, when we get areas that form, now usually on Bookmap, if we have a strong level of support, it'll be just one level like this. It might be a few ticks up, few ticks down. But when we see really large areas like this 76 to 79, and they just formed right now, you see how it was all dark blue before that? That means it was light orders, and then they came out of nowhere. These are probably spoof orders. Now, the way I've seen them work on gold is that when price starts to move into them, they pull the orders, hence them being spoof orders, but then once price starts to move below and get back above, that area becomes support. Now, I haven't noticed that to be the case on ES, but I just wanted to mention that on gold. Now, let's take a quick look at gold too, because I feel like gold should be the one we're looking at because, well, it's gold. So let's take a look at we have a 15-minute fair value gap. Now, I hope he's in here. Is DC in here? DC's not in here yet. I was teaching DC supply and demand, going over areas, and this is works for everybody here too. So usually supply and demand, those are my go-to areas, my go-to zones. However, if we see that we don't really have a demand zone on gold at least, 48 points, and I know gold is significantly in a very strong bull trend, then I don't want to try to go long 40 points to the downside. I don't want to wait for this zone all the way down here. I want to be realistic, and I want to wait for a zone that has more probable cause, right? Now, this area right here, around 39.22, it's not previous day high. Let me update that. Previous day highs right here already taken out, so odds are that we close green. Our open price is right there. Our bull target of 39.30 was over there from a few days ago. Now let's rewind, go back to that 30-minute time frame, and just sort of see again the areas I was talking about, right? So we have this area right here, 39.22, 39.22. We broke it. We did already hold it as support, just to note that. So look, we broke it, then we came into it and we held it as support right there. So again, I would ideally like to see this area. This is also a 30-minute, a 15-minute fair value gap. It's looking decent enough. Oh, good, Dan, you just joined. I was just covering how, and I'll say it one more time, or again, YouTube can rewind it, Discord you can't. But I was just mentioning that with something like gold, because we're so bullish on it, And unfortunately, supply and demand wise, our demand zone on gold, our most recent one we have, is a 4 hour, and it's all the way 50 points away from where we're currently trading. If we sell 40, 50 points off on gold, it's going to be very difficult to try to go long because it's going to be a lot of selling pressure, a lot of selling volume. Now, if we were to pull back on gold from these highs 30 points, that's a lot more reasonable. That would only be about 15 points from where we are right now. We do have a little bit of a volume imbalance right there, and we could also put our volume profile up at our 6 o'clock from Sunday and hope that it lines up. Yup, look at that, guys. Low volume shelf right over here. That's what I was looking for. And that lines up right with that fair value gap. So this is going to be my long entry on gold today because we are above previous day high. We've been making higher highs, been making higher lows. Let's see, style, value area up, value area high. Oh, let's lighten this up a little bit. Oh, wait. No, we'll keep that high because that's where we could see the strong area. I wanted to see the shaded area back here. Developing VA? No, that's that blue zone. I don't think you could get rid of. You just turn the whole thing off, and it's really funny. I don't think you could get rid of that blue background. I think that just. Oh, wait, history inbox? Yes, sir. There we go, guys. Nice. Cool. Let's see. So 15-minute. Again, now I'm looking for any demand zones. If we could find a demand zone in this area over here, I would much rather look for the demand than a fair value gap. But if we don't have a demand zone, then I will look for the fair value gap. 45, 90, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. I know there's not going to be one on the 4 hour. So we are going to be looking for that low volume shelf and FVG. Let's move this back here for a moment. Check. Markets are open right now, by the way, guys. So ES markets are open. We could take a look to see we are pulling back right at the open. Take a look at our equities. Selling off, Meta selling off at the open. Nvidia with some selling pressure. Dude, Nvidia came off 190s. That's crazy. That is crazy. So gold will add an alert. So if we're looking at ES and Q, we don't miss it. ES gap fill is all the way down here. Remember that gap fill size now is about 0.35%. The larger the gap, the less the odds. So I wanted to see if we could sell off towards 67.72, a low volume area down here from overnight, and look to take a long position with our stop loss near that gap fill because we're not expecting it to fill. I can also look though and see the gap size was right here. So gap fill to there. Then we could find our 75%, because remember that 75% actually has a 70% chance of filling. So let's see if we could find that 75%. No. Gap fill to there. Here's our fib. So 75. So here's 78. 75 is going to be right in this low volume area. So that's a high area, a high probability area right there. So we will take a look at that on what's it called? Yes. Oh, dude, they're the best. Market's cool, man. They hey, what's up, Bubble One? Good morning. I did that video a little while, yesterday. Put the video out yesterday on Market AI and how you use it and everything. And I used discount code Kev in the video. You get 10% off because I have referral code Kev, referral code Bullishbrs, but I feel like Kev is a much easier one for you guys to use. But turns out that one wasn't activated. I just hit him up this morning and he was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it, bro. And put it through. Give me a few minutes. We gotta set it up internally, but we'll connect it to your referral links." Such a great guy over there. Great community. Great great platform. I feel like the the CEO, the founders of these platforms speak volumes on the platform themselves. Like a platform could be great, but if the CEO's scummy or whatever, it always just leaves a bad taste in the investors and the consumer's mouth. So it's good to have a good company like Market AI and have a good background, a good back system with them. And look at this, even due to US government shutdown, scheduled economic data, examples, jobs, and inflation may not be published on time. Gives you everything. What's impacting gold right now? Government shutdown, Fed rate cuts, weak labor data, and US dollar strength. Alright, so we're getting that push lower here. 67.71. Gold also trying to do its thing to the downside, but we're waiting for a possible long entry. Nvidia in support. Google is pumping right now. I do wonder if NASDAQ had any areas of interest down here too. Now we did have a broken demand zone, so we're going to delete that. We're also going to update our previous day high and low. Previous day high, low, and our open price. Open, Okay, cool. 15-minute. If I'm doing my analysis and I gotta be somewhat quick, I just jump on the 15-minute and start marking. Demand on the 15 right there on NASDAQ. Don't trust it right now, just be patient. 30-minute. See a better, way better 30-minute demand zone right here. What's this? D30-minute. Yeah, there's a drop on ES again. Delete this. That's open. New York, push lower. There we go. ES, push lower. Here's that big fake area that we mentioned earlier. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Monday. VIX is at a key level. Would expect VIX to push lower from here, which would be a bullish sentiment. So again, I'd like to see if ES could head towards 67.71 for some buyers. We do have 67.75 as a very strong area of buyers too. So again, just be patient here. I do want to watch the fib. Well, you know what it is, guys? I'm not using the fib as a fib tool. I'm using the fib as a means to find that 75% retracement. 75% retracement's about right here. Let's see. Gold, yep, gold's all right. Good morning. What's up, Ozzy? Good morning, bro. We're looking at 39.51. Let's see, gold 39.51. Can I go to 39.51? Oh, nice. Look at that. Yeah, got some buyers starting to build up off 39.51. Good eye, Oz. Good eye. And look at this too. Something to point out here, guys, is we just started to sell down here. New volume was printing. We had a very strong selling delta at this low. 289 volume hit, 289 negative delta hit, and we reversed from there. That's a huge red flag for the shorts and green flag on the longs to take that position on the reversal. Stop loss at that low. Oz, great job with that, bro. Good work. I hope you were able to take that. Yes, still pulling back. There we go, gold. Again, this seller, this 289 lot seller down here, he's trapped under the water. He ain't coming out for a little while. Yes, still pulling back. Oh, man, my Monday's piling up, ladies and gentlemen. What are your thoughts? Dude, I liked it, man. I like that on longs. All right, let's see. Code Kev is ready. Let's go. let's see. Let's see. ES pulled into that red zone, this zone right here, the volume area low. Still being patient. Look at the weighted index is selling off right here. I almost want to try a short on NAS with that selling pressure. But I don't want to just jump short just to jump short. A lot of equities are actually bearish right here. Could try one short and just be a little careful on it, but we don't want to chase it. There's not much confluence in this short right now. So let's just be a little patient. I was really looking for ES to move a little lower here and find an area of support to the downside. So I do want to see us move lower one more time before we could start to move higher. There's some selling pressure. There we go, NASDAQ. 67s. Let's get below 6.7. There we go, 6.3. NASDAQ loves that 6.7, guys. So stupid. Nice, there we go, NQ. I like it, man, I like it. Weighted index selling off like it's hot right now. 30 seconds in this 5-minute. We're gonna let the 30 seconds close because I think this might want to keep selling off. I did end up taking one short at 83. But we'll just see. This is a tough point of support right now. This area right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we actually reversed from this area, but I want to watch this 5-minute close. I want to see it close bearish. Point of control, please be bearish. It is to the downside. We're going to hold this short for now. Hopefully it doesn't go back to stop loss. But we'll hold that for now. Gold ended up holding real well off of that 39.51 odds. Great job, man. Good work. Let's see, a lot of buyers stepping in on NASDAQ over this 25.150 now. I'm thinking if we get one more drop, I will take profit on this. Big if we take profit, if we get one more drop. Because we did find some buying pressure on Microsoft and Nvidia. I might even get out of this for BE. Let's see, break even, BE, break even. But let's see, I'm still in it for now. Stop loss is at 91. Just retested my entry price. Got a lot of volatility on NASDAQ.
Hey everyone.
Hey, good morning, Ricardo. Taking some scalps to the downside on NQ right now, bro. But right
Thanks,
now,
good luck.
thank you, bro. Thank you. Looking like we're trying to find support here on NAS, but equity-wise, I want to see it fail again. Nvidia, oh, there we go. Good. Nvidia just found some rejection. It's perfect. Let's see. Weighted index
Where's your
getting
stop?
weak. Stop is at 91, entries at 83. 91, so like right up here's my stop loss. I was thinking of adding with the selling pressure we're seeing on the equities right now and the point of control moving lower. But we're alright right now. We'll just stay patient. I want to add down here. It would screw up my entry price. Learn that on gold Friday. Those ads really messed me up Friday a little bit. Let's see. Getting some selling volume down here. Would want to see it try to continue on NAS. If it doesn't, remember we are near support. There we go. Come on, VIX, move higher. ES, I want to see you go find... ES is near support, which is my biggest issue. So I'm going to close this trade out manually right here on NASDAQ. So I'm out of the short right now. Entry was 83, exit was 55. I do believe we're trying to squeeze. I'd like to see NASDAQ head towards 86. So I wouldn't be completely against a re-entry. We just want to be a little extra careful. Building some support under us right now. Nvidia found some selling pressure. It looks like we're getting ready to sell off again. I just don't want to re-enter on like shorting the lows. You know what I'm saying? We had a nice little scalp there. Let's check out what gold's doing. Gold, man, held so nice off of that, what was that? That Oz called out, 39.51. Amazing. Here we go. Here's some more selling. Boom, Naz. Love to see it. Love to see it. A lot of selling delta here. Equity's getting weaker again, too. Nice drop. Let's go. Wow. It was waiting on my exit, man. I was a little too quick on my exit. See if we get a little pullback for a re-entry, but at this point, I don't know if I would want to take another short. I'm looking at ES. ES is getting near that 75%. ES is at that 75, the 66.75, but a lot of selling volume right now. VIX moving higher. VIX is pretty range bound. I'd really want to see if ES could hold here, man. I'm taking longs off these lows on ES. Hold up, Naz is still weak. Don't take these longs yet. Building up here on ES. I'll take some. Stop at the low we just made. And that's because I'm not looking for us to fill the gap fill today. So I'm in some longs on ES. I understand the risk. I understand the reward. Stop loss is at the low we just made. And yeah, I'm looking for this volume to sort of help give us that reversal off of these lows. But if it fails, it fails, remember. Here, so I'm in just 2 contracts. Stop near 73. Entry near 75. We shall see. Get a nice little push there. But price action wise, it's not looking like we're ready for a reversal yet. Like it looks like we're ready to continue lower. But volume wise and volume shelf wise, this is a good area. So I'm just gonna hold it. It'll either play out or it'll just go to stop loss. It's the only way trades can play out, guys. So I'd like to see a reversal off of this volume and this price level right here. So it was in a low volume shelf that I had marked out from pre-market. We were patient for this entry. If it stops us out, it stops us out, so be it. Let's see, VIX trying to move lower, which should help us go bullish, but just be careful here. There we go, some buying volume. I want to see our market pulse. Is it pulsing green? It's trying to pulse green, so that's good. I like that we're trying to reverse off of this heavy volume to the downside. That's a great sign. Just need to hold it now. 15-minute closes. Ooh, 15-minute closed already before pretty bearish. That's unfortunate. But I'm really just going off of that volume analysis right now. There we go. There we go, guys. Check that out. Check that out. Love to see it. Love to see it. We are in this red zone with support when we were above it, but resistance now that we're below it. So you could even look to take one off right here. Get out into some strength. I'm going to hold. I would like to see a full reversal of the upside. Nvidia's pumping right now. Equity's found some strength. So I would like to see that follow through right now on ES and NQ. Plus, we took out this volume down here. So again, I had these entries near the low. I'm okay to hold for a little while. Might look to target previous day high if we're able to find some good strength, right? We're just buying the lows of the range, selling the highs of the range. But we really need to see these buyers hold this up. 15-minute has a little time. 5-minute just opened about 2.5 minutes ago. Point of control should at this point be a little higher at least. Sort of struggling, but not the biggest concern. And again, if it goes to stop loss, it goes to stop loss. Goes to take profit, goes to take profit. We know our risk, we know our reward. It's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm going to move this over here for a second, guys, so I can keep an eye on the VIX and weighted index. VIX and weighted index both trying to show us some bullish patterns. VIX trying to reverse to the downside. Weighted index trying to push back the upside. Just got to be a little careful here. We are stalling out on this break back above 79 and 80. So I'd like to see a strong break above this 67.80. Got to see ES above the 6.7s, 6.80s. If it does fail, we are just going to go head towards stop. So just a heads up, guys. So be careful. I'm still in it. My entry was 6775.25. So we could just wait, let it chop around. Either goes to stop or it goes to take profit. I want to see a real good break above 6780s though, guys. Markets have really been bullish for the most part. So, yeah, bullish bias. What's running us right now? AI optimism, as always. AI optimism, Fed policy. Shutdown hasn't done anything for us. But overall general bias is still bullish. Nice. There we go. There we go. There's 80. There's above 80. Be patient again, guys.
The
If you're in...
target hit.
What's that?
I already scalped it to the downside, so I'm way above my daily limit. Like my daily take profit, so I'm good for the day.
Nice, bro. Nice. Guys, take some. Don't be afraid to take some profits. Definitely don't be, especially if you're in good profits. Let's say you're on an Apex account and you're up 500 on an Apex account. You want to lock in 250. If this goes in 500, your profit, it's 16 seconds left, and we start dumping and we go against you and you go back to break even, well, your trail stop still followed you $500 higher. So just be a little careful on that. I don't think we have any economic data. It's only about to be 9:50, which is not a time that news comes out. Point of control, would like to just make sure volume is a bit higher on this recent 5-minute candle as well, which it should be. It is. So we're going to hold this trade on ES. Hopefully we can find some buying momentum. And again, if it goes to stop loss, it goes to stop loss. The only way to manage our trades is without any type of worry or concern or just forcing anything. Gold trying to move higher still too. This is why I keep my execution on my left screen so that I can keep an eye on our weighted index and our VIX down over here on my right screen. Finding some selling pressure here on ES. Look at that. This might go to stop. This might go to stop. A lot of selling volumes coming in there, guys. Be careful. Just be careful. Goes to stop or it goes to take profit. I'm not getting out here a little bit above my entry price. If it goes to stop loss, it is what it is. And it looks like it's trying to. A lot of selling volume trying to come in here. We might sweep that recent low, so I'll get out there then. Definitely want to be a little careful. VIX trying to spike higher again, which is a bearish sentiment, so just be careful. Stops me out, stops me out. You saw how much we were able to run in profit, 4-5. Stop loss only hits about 150. So we got to have good risks or rewards. We want to be able to manage our trades well. Probably could have taken some profit up here, seeing how strong the sellers were. Yeah, here comes stop loss right there. But that's all right. We can't go off of coulda, woulda, shouldas when it comes to trading. I'm also not completely against taking this trade again, but I sort of wanted to wait for that 75% to be hit. Let's see. How are we re-entering this? If we hold this low again, I would consider a re-entry here. 75.50, literally same entry as I had last time, but equities are trying to sell off a little bit right now. I'm just gonna wait. Nvidia trying to pull back really. 250 left in this. Yeah, part of me is like, let's try this long one more time. Another part of me is like, I don't know, bro. Pretty low odds on that, but we'll give it one more stab. Stop loss near the lows one more time, because again, this is now our second or third wick into these lows. Right, we keep pushing into these lows, we keep finding buying pressure. So at some point, one side is going to take control. Ideally, we'd like the buy side to take that control. So I am back in at 76.75, but just again, be careful. Don't risk more than you're willing to lose ever. Really want to see buyers step this back in and run it up higher. If not, then I'm just going to take a small loss on this. Really the only way. What's the stop loss? 72? Ooh, 72 should be stop. Sort of deep. Alright. 73.50 is my current stop, but feels like they're going to play around with that one more time. Weighted index still trying to move higher. Only thing that's bearish right now is Nvidia is finding some heat. And Q's trying to hold. Everything's trying its best to hold, at least. Dude, gold, man, that's crazy. Gold is crazy. Let's see if we can add an alert on gold, see if it gives us one more pullback. That's the one we originally wanted to try to trade today. Gold to the buy side. Yeah, ES not looking good on the longs here. Just gotta be so careful on that gap fill. It's only a 50-50 on the gap fill, but if we fail here again, I would think odds would start to increase a little bit on a strong break to the downside here on ES. 38 seconds left. Really need to see buyers take us back above 67.77. Let's see. See you tomorrow. We have nice, nice. See you tomorrow, Adonis. Good job, bro. You're probably gonna just get out of ES, to be honest. This just looks poor. Let's see. Poor price action. There we go. Gold pulling back. Should be something with a bit more significance. Yeah, ES with another drop. Let's get gold going. We'll look for a long position on this pullback on gold.
Did you see Bitcoin?
No, why? It's not at all-time highs, is it?
I think so. 122.
I think 125 is all-time highs.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Let me see. Bitcoin. It could be at all-time highs. I don't know. I'm not big on Bitcoin. Yeah, all-time highs. Made all-time highs yesterday.
Yeah, I'm
120,
pretty sure.
125. I should definitely get some Bitcoin. You know what? I'll buy the highs.
Full part.
I'll full port my whole portfolio at Bitcoin's highs. I think that's the most
Um,
reasonable thing.
how many you have? I put it in right now.
Yeah. Alright, I'm looking for this entry retest of 65 on gold. 64.8 is where I'd like to try to enter. ESNQ, I'm gonna wait for a better 15-minute reversal candle before trying another long position. Do. Where's our target on gold? Just all the way up. Almost want to try longs on gold here, seeing that we're trying to hold this low, but I really want to see a pullback to like 65s.
Hi Kevin, can you just share me your email ID, please?
I'm waiting on gold. Gold looks like it's getting ready to run right here, so I'll just be patient. Gold's trying to tick higher volume, pulse, market pulse, chopping. I'm not taking gold along at this little pullback up here. ES, another drop lower. We definitely are near that 75% now, by the way. But look at this, guys. Check this divergence out. Weighted index trying to move higher while, what's it called? NASDAQ is trying to move lower. That almost makes me want to try the longs based off of that. But let's see. Just be careful. I'd like to see how how ES reacts to the 72. It's holding that low volume area I had marked out. Just be careful. Let's see. Is that a 30-minute? No, it's just low volume down here. NAS finding support. ES looking like it wants support too. $69.50 could be a possible stop loss. Seeing that it's below that support zone on bookmap right over here, like 69.75. See if we come down into it and hold it, or see if we just hold it in general. Let's see. Here's some selling volume. We're going to head towards that zone. Gold? Anything? No. Bro, Oz, you had a fire entry on gold, dude. Good job. Good work. So equities. Equities trying to hold up, man. But ES is not going out without a fight. That's for sure. There's that level. There's that 67.70. If we hold here, I'll take it. Taking it. But just be careful, man. It's real nasty sellers this morning. We don't want to be jumping in too many longs. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? But this was support in a low volume shelf. This was, again, originally pre-market plan right here. Just need to see a significant move. CVD's been very red, negative 3,600. Hey. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Lots sellers coming back in here. Sellers coming back in here. Hello. Goodbye. Oof. Goodbye, goodbye. Let's see. Yeah, no more longs on ES, man. They've definitely been taking the uppercut. Gold longs have been the way to go. We've seen that. Let's see. Damn, gold, bro. Was so close to my entry on that. Now we could wait, though. Wait for gold to extend and look for another entry. Gold. Marchant, bro, gold's near 4,000. That's crazy. Do we see 4,000 today on gold? Oh, I should tweet that. Maybe not today, but. Do we see 4,000 on gold this week? There's our open price. ES, man, it's definitely going for that gap fill. Remember, originally, see my post about gold above? Oh, yeah, and DC sent me some cool stuff. I gotta read the rest of it. I read like half of it over the weekend. It was like an article on gold. Notice that crypto traders likely to react more emotionally, good or bad. That's always bad, man. Always bad when you act emotionally towards trades. Jay, where is the gold thing you posted above? Magic 8 Ball. Just got. Oh. Oh. Oh, will gold hit? Oh, that's so funny. I didn't read that bottom part. Bro, I don't know if YouTube Studio just ain't loading. Oh, yep, it didn't load in. Dude, that's so stupid. So obviously we're streaming on YouTube. Apparently I forgot my password too. But it's been saying like a concurrent, like same amount of viewers. I'm like, okay, that's strange. But I'm sure it's wrong. Yeah, it was wrong. Gold, man. Pop, pop, pop.
I was just going to say, Kev, on MES, we actually went into the gap fill down. The target is 65 on MES. We actually dipped into it, and I have a 4-hour demand zone right below that as well. But
Oh, that's
I'm done
cool.
for the day. I'm just spectating.
Nice, nice. Good job, man. Good work. Look at that big rally gold just had there. Be careful now. Big buyer at this passive seller. Big pullback. Is it a pullback or reversal? We'll have to see. 15 closes soon. Not too soon. 4-hour did close already. Bit of a tough stance on the 4-hour. Yes, and then Q 4-hour closed too. I'd like to see these buyers just take gold like completely up a notch. But it's choppy at this point, so our best bet is to wait for a possible entry. And our entries are going to be at low volume shelf. So we could see if we could break higher and then retest the low volume shelf. We could see if we pull back lower again and test this one down here. But right now I'm not really seeing an entry on gold. Especially because this buyer was trapped up there as of right now. Anything, see if we get a strong sell on gold here. Just a short-term sell. Towards like 65. 65.1. Some good sellers, man. Sellers stepping in on gold. Be careful. Be careful, be careful. Because we know buyers have had the momentum up until now. Nice. There we go. Here comes that low volume shelf. Boom, right through it. Right through it. Let's see. Let's see. If we start to hold here, I'd consider a long. Just wait 1 sec. Some orders starting to pull through, but we did have some selling pressure there. Be careful, be patient. Boom, big rips, big drops. Let's see. Again, I wanted to see if we could hold this area as support, but if we dump right through it, no trade. Trying to hold it at the moment. We'll try it. We'll try it. Stop at the low we just made. In 1 long on gold. Stop at the low we just made. But we'll see. We'll see. Those sellers came in real strong on that last 5 minute. So we gotta be careful. So I'm going pretty light right now. Good reaction for the beginning. Just want to see that follow through. Gold's been strong overall. We do want to see follow through now. We swept this high right here, which is a little unfortunate. Just something to keep an eye on. With a lot of buyers trapped at that high too. I like this hold so far though. Nice. Looks alright. Looks alright. Minute 50 left in this 5 minute. I do want to see where point of control is on it. It is trying to move higher. That's ideal. Love to see it. Yeah, Magic 8 Ball saying we're hitting 4,000, then we're definitely hitting 4,000. Gold moves
I
off
love
of
that.
Magic 8 Balls.
You gotta love that Magic 8 Ball.
Magic 8 Ball, flip a coin. These are the most consistent trading strategies now. What up, Anthony? Do you have a prediction for gold? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are anticipating 4,000. I didn't want to see 4,000 off of that high anticipation of it. But with that being said, there should be another ball. With that being said, very close. We're already at 39.74. About 25 points away. We might hit it this week. Nice entry, by the way, on this gold long so far. Just gotta be careful. The whole turn a winner into a loser thing, right? Take profits near the highs, buy the lows, sell the highs. Let's see. Buying delta looks good still. Equities are pretty choppy right now. Take a look at those equities. ES still moving lower too. NAS is struggling in that support zone. Gold looks ready for another rip. 17 seconds left on this 5-minute. 15-minute closes in 5 minutes as well. Came right into that 15-minute fair value gap and held it. Love to see that. Nice, guys. Let's go gold. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, let's see. Near these highs again on gold. We're getting there. We're getting extended. We're getting some buying volume. We're a little extended on the market pulse. I wouldn't add up here. Possibly wait for a pullback to add. This looks nice. Hopefully we're able to hold these highs. Could also look to get out up here because we bought these lows down here. It was a very nice quick move. Right, that's a 4-to-1 risk to reward right there itself. But I do want to see if this buying volume can continue. Gold's market pulse is still ticking green right now. Definitely a little bit of a struggle, but I want to see it go take those highs out one more time. Bro, if gold could get a huge continuation right here, and then we get a retest entry too, that would be wild. But remember, because that would be wild, right? Is that probable? Is it probable? Let's see. Gold on the daily time frame. Ooh, are we really that extended already? That's tough, man. That's tough. We'll see. If we can't get above this price level, I'm definitely getting out. If we can get above it, I'm going to be holding. And this might be one of those insane historic days on gold. Just want to be careful up here. I almost want to get out up here and look for a re-entry if we do break it. Market pulse has been slowing down. It's like I don't want to have this trade just drop on me from these highs. But we're in from the lows. It's a very solid entry. But it's only a solid entry if you get a solid exit. Remember that. Bum, bum. We're dancing on this price level, which is sort of a good thing because we're dragging the volume from it, so it should get weaker and we should break through it soon. We have 75, 78, and 80 all on the board today on Bookmap as possible upside targets, same as 85. But at this point, we're struggling to break through a new high a day on gold. Just be very careful. And again, if you did take those longs down here with me, could even look to get out up here into some strength. So give us a spike. Come on, gold. Let's go run for some highs. Come on, gold. Go for gold. Here we go. 75s. We got to break that recent high that we just made on gold. 39. That's new all-time highs right there, by the way, guys. 39.74.5. All-time highs on gold. Looks like we're getting ready to catalyst up there. I do wonder, though, did we have any other price levels on Market AI? Oh, we hit our price target on Market AI. 65 was Market AI target. Let's just be a little careful. Definitely a bit extended up here. Minute 39 left. I'm gonna get out here, guys. I don't trust this to make another all-time high. Trading all-time highs can get very difficult, and our entry was beautiful. This is more than a 4-to-1 risk to reward. It's exactly what we like to look for on our trades. So that was pretty solid, right? Plus, we don't want to let our winner turn into a loser. Let's see, guys. Nas trying to hold support. Look at this, guys. By the way, ES over here, ES, not MES, ES did not fill its gap fill, right? Look how close we got. We got about 1.5 points away, and we did not fill it. That is wild. Hey, good morning, Eagles. What's up, man? Good morning, good morning. Oh, boom. New all-time high on gold was just hit right there. But I'm out. I'm out. I'm not taking longs at these highs. If we want to break, we'll get a retest and continue.
Very choppy day.
Yeah, that's for sure. First time in your live. What's going on, man? Good having you in here. I go live Monday and Friday here on YouTube, and Monday through Friday for a community at bullishbrs.com. Got like a monthly membership you could join, a yearly, a lifetime. Usually recommend people if you want to get started on a monthly just to see what it's about. But the lifetime, hello room. Eagles says hello everybody. But you know, it's cool. It's cool, man. We go over a bunch of stuff. The lifetime comes with like a next level library, which does include my futures masterclass, which is like an 8-part program going over futures basics, some prop firms, trading structure, building a strategy, confirmations, confluence, whole bunch of stuff. Let's see. And oh yeah, don't forget follow us on social media like Instagram and stuff. You can follow me. Instagram is Trading with Kev. Follow Instagram for Bullish Bears is Bullish Bears. And yeah, lots of good stuff we drop out there. I'd like to see if the 70.5 could hold. 70.5. For another possible long on gold. 71.7 possible entry. I'll let you guys know when and if I take this. A lot of buying delta up here too, which is good. How's the 15-minute? Is trying to give us that reversal candle on ES, just an FYI. That's what we were looking for. We were looking for a 15-minute to give us that reversal, which would be a green candle. So we could look for a retrace to this support area, 67.73. Let's see, gold. Trying to pull back to that low volume area now. Like I said, I will take a long position off of the 71.8. It looks like 71.8. Stop at 70.5. Right down here. We'll see if we can pull back into this area. I might move the stop down a little bit. And entry down a drop, so. Sort of chopping here. I wouldn't take any longs just yet. I'm waiting on a little pullback. Here we go. Getting it. We just dump through this zone, I'm not taking it. Oh yeah, we're dumping right through it. Let's see. If we start to hold, I'm in, but too choppy. I don't think we're gonna hold this. I'm in one. One gold, 71. Stop loss at 70.2. Just be a little careful. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Hey, here we go. Yo, watch it knock the whole thing back down. Gold was like, yeah, here you go. I almost want to add here, and on this ad, put my stop loss at the 70.4. Just wait one sec, because it could dump here. I'm really looking for the 72 to hold. It's trying to hold. Market pulse is still taking negative. There it is. There's the green. 20 seconds left. I want to see a run up on gold here towards those 78s. Definitely running into a little bit of a sell wall right now. Hey, would you guys want me to put together, and I'm glad that we mentioned the Bullishbrs website thing, more content for the Bullishbrs website, like, let's see. Like, I know some people were asking, let's see, I put a little document together, like smart money concepts. So, like, what's a smart money concept, retail concepts versus smart money, market structure, liquidity concepts, like stop hunts, buy side and sell side liquidity, fair value gaps, like a big, well put together thing for the Bullishbrs to the next level. Would you guys like something like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, alright, cool. So that's something I'll work on over the next couple weeks and hopefully get that going. It'll be sort of presented like my past webinars where it'll be broken down into sections, some sort of in the format of webinars where I'll have like slideshows presenting the information and stuff like that. Cool, man, cool. Alright, you guys got it.
I mean, another idea, I don't know how viable it is. You guys should make some merch, like a hoodie. Kev, you're always cold. You could rock it on the stream, you know?
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea. Gold's finding some sellers. Yeah, that's funny. I think we do have some Bullishbrs merch. I know I personally have some Bullishbrs merch, like a hoodie and stuff. But, I don't know if it's still on the website. You could check. Definitely check. I was thinking of putting together a podcast and doing like just hour interviews with traders and stuff, founders, stuff like that, so we could clip that and get videos from there. Gold's not looking good. We're out of gold longs, by the way, guys. Yeah, Oz, you would like that? Alright. Because Oz and DC and Mike and Jay would like it, we'll get it going. What platform? What's up, Eagles? Sorry about that. I'm just seeing your message now. What platform? So this is TradingView. So right here, this is our charting platform, TradingView. My entry, I'm using, well, entries I'm using TradingView, but my, the broker is TradeOvate. So the broker is TradeOvate. This platform's TradingView. The platform to the left over here, this is Bookmap. So this is an order flow tool. The bubbles show volume, buying versus selling. The areas in the back show passive buyers and sellers. So if we're near an area like this is a strong passive seller. A big buyer comes in, we reverse from there. That's a great sell opportunity with a stop loss at that high for a quick move to those recent lows. Now let's see. Right now we're sort of choppy. We have our nice volume profile over here. I also have it sectioned. So we have our volume profile and then our volume profile delta. Now what this means is this shows us our total volume, and then this shows us our volume divided by, subtracted, added with our bullish and bearish delta. So if there's 394 volume here, but when you add and subtract the buying and selling volume, and it leaves a positive 196. Well, that's a positive delta. That means there were more aggressive buyers than sellers at that point. Guys, ES, man, right off that zone. That's amazing. Definitely could have been a bit more patient off those original trades on ES. And like I mentioned, I was looking for that 15-minute time frame reversal. Definitely got to show some more respect, me personally, to higher time frame supply and demand, which I do just fine. But to that higher time frame, even if it's just a 15-minute, to give me that confluence and confidence in my trade entries. When I was taking the longs over here on this 15-minute, around between 9:45 and 10, on the 5-minute, sure, it looked like we were trying to find support, but on the 15, that recent 15-minute that we had right at the market open was a very strong selling candle. So because of that, if our 15 looks too bearish, our 15 can't reverse without our 5, but our 5 can't reverse without our 15, right? And our higher time frames is what really gives us the structure. So if a 5-minute looks like it's reversing, it doesn't matter if the 15 has already solidified that it's got more momentum to the other direction for the time being. Gold dropping away. I'm pretty happy with my exit on gold. Yo, what's the point of WhatsApp if it just makes you use the same number? Let's see. ES. I do personally think ES is going to try to make its way back to highs. Coming off of all-time highs yesterday, the day before that, the day before that. On a pretty green streak. Short on gold 97s. Short on gold. Maybe. I wouldn't look for shorts at the highs because we're making all-time highs. So I wouldn't really be looking in higher lows. I wouldn't really be looking for shorts. Obviously, yes, Oz, you got a great eye in finding that, hey, well, this is the top of our range right now, and then this is significantly the bottom of our range. So that is good selling the highs and buying the lows. Yeah, you got it, bro, for sure. But I would just be careful on any short positions. Maybe a scalp. I did take this one up here for a scalp lower, but then we just reversed right away. So if anything, right, we make a new all-time high, you take a short position on a reversal, and you get out for maybe 3 or 4 points. But yeah, could be. Could be. WhatsApp asking me when was I born. Where's the option for yesterday? Let's see, 30-minute time frame. Also looking all right. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, ES is going to want to make its way back above VWAP. It's going to retest this area and then continue higher. Came into the support. We just missed our gap fill, which we knew the odds were low that we'd fill it. Reversed, pull back, continue. Bro, I wish. Does anybody here use WhatsApp? Couldn't find any merch or hoodies on the site. Can anyone confirm? Nah, bro, you ain't dumb. Oh, that's cool. I'll ask Lucian. We could always tag Lucian. It's not a bad idea to start promoting the merch a little more. Ingrid, you in here? I don't think so. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, guys. Yo, Ricardo, you take any trades, man? Any scalps today?
No trades today, buddy.
All right, there you go. Good control, man. It
Yeah,
takes,
bro. I'm trying my best with
dude.
my risk management.
I bet it takes a lot to take a winning trade, but it takes even more to take no trades, in my opinion. Because, like, to just be sitting, especially if you're sitting in front of the chart waiting for a setup, the longer we're sitting here, the more we internally feel the need to be in a trade or to be in something or to even force something to pop out to us.
I agree. That's the hardest part, man. The hardest part about all of this is literally not doing anything.
Yup. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. It's 10:30. Markets have been choppy. Oh shit, I have a call at 11? Oh man. Apparently I didn't open my calendar today and my day's packed. That's my Mondays lately, bro. Gotta pack it out. Stay busy, guys. Busy's good sometimes. Most times. Good stuff today. I gotta say, execution was a little, on my end, of course, was a little wishy-washy on these ES longs before. I had the right buys, had the right sentiment, had the right areas for going long. Just didn't really have the correct amount of patience. And even same with, like, when we came down to the gap fill. If we were trading down into the gap fill area, and I saw that we came very close to it, and let's say at this point we were watching gold because we were into gold longs, but when ES came down here, and we saw a large seller, same thing, right? Large selling volume, but we start to reverse off of it. That's a great green sign to say, let me take these longs. And even if we didn't get the longs down here off of the gap fill, and again, gap fill being our stop loss because we're not expecting it to get filled, we could wait for the green close and wait for a pullback. 73s look like it gave us a pullback right here. Wasn't really the most significant area, but overall, just generally trying to continue. Let's see. Gold chopping away, just be a little careful. Oh yeah, I gotta have my guy look over this contract. Nice. My guy is ChatGPT. Chat, could you read this contract to me and tell me if I'm getting screwed? Let's see. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Kevin.
Who's that, Dan? Who was that?
Yep, that's me. I
Hey,
don't know
what?
how to use the space bar.
What's up, Dan? Good morning, bro. How you doing?
I keep on pressing the wrong button. We've got a retest of the orb load there on NQ. It's quite
Yeah.
that's quite interesting to see, but I think it will take a while to turn around because AMD's shit in the bed right now. And
It looks like
can I say that? Is this a family show?
NQ orb low around 25,116. We haven't broken the orb low on Nasdaq. We did break the orb low on ES, so good job on spotting that with the orb. Create 10 educational videos. Damn, there we go, gold. That's what I'm talking about. Be careful on any shorts on gold. We're breaching all-time highs again and again. Now, if anything, see how this is a great example. We had all this high volume down here, then we broke above this low volume area, and we continued. Well, now this low volume area, the 75.5 to 74.3, this area becomes our support zone now. Now our new range is up here. So that's how we're able to use volume profile to spot the range. Hey, good morning, C Boogie. What's going on, bro? Over here on YouTube. That's crazy. Wait for retesting long and gold. What's up, Anthony? Yeah, bro, that's what I'm thinking. Retesting long off of this area right here. So we had the big heavy volume picked up above my area I wanted along. That's exactly what we want to look for. So what did we say? We said around 74.5 to 75.7. So 75.7 is right there. So here's our rectangle tool. We have the high and the low, so that would be my entry and stop loss if we can get a pullback on that retest for gold. And gold might run for 39.90. 39.90. I would possibly see 39.90 today. I really don't know about 4,000 today. Is it unheard of? Absolutely not. I mean, hourly time frame, I'm just seeing this now. We had a basing candle, a rally, and now we're getting our continuation. So looking at an hourly time frame, guys, is this realistic, right? Would this move be realistic? This price level, could we hindsight, before hindsight even occurs, see gold continue this high? Or is that so crazy out of the water? Well, it's not really that crazy out of the water. It really is just right up there. So I don't think it's that unheard of. I think it might even be possible to hit 4,000 today on gold. We are, if we're looking at our daily time frame, very extended, but 4,000 is only about another 20 points away. So what's another 20 points to the 66 points we just ran, right? But we've already ran, my point being, we ran 66 points. It's hard to buy these highs, but trend-wise, it is continuing. We do not want to fight the trend. There we go. Nas trying to make its way to that or below.
Yeah, it's worth a little scalp there.
Guys, I am going to wrap up the live stream now because I do have a meeting with Edgeful at 11. And I've got some other stuff to take care of after that as well. So definitely make sure you guys go show some love to Instagram, Trading with Kev. Be posting another video later today going over, we'll see, let's see. I'll tell you guys right now what this video is going to cover. First, let's check our daily buys. Mark all is red come October 6th. Do a quick little brief of this. Portfolio showed a mixed performance with equity indices and gold exhibiting bullish to neutral sentiment, while crude oil remaining range-bound. We know this. Correlations were moderate as risk assets responded positively to stable economic data, while commodities reflected divergent trends. The primary drivers included anticipation of central bank speeches and upcoming U.S. economic releases, which might not even come out. They're mentioning a lot of AI growth lately, so I'm going to look a bit more into that because, not quite sure why AI growth would be mentioned right now, unless, of course, there's something going on a little bit more underneath the surface. Like, NVIDIA had another deal with OpenAI. I know OpenAI recently just hit a $500 billion valuation, so there is a lot going on in that sense. Let's check our AI. AMD, Palantir, Adobe. Let's see what AMD's doing right now. Oh, what? I don't think that's right. Is that right? 208? AMD? It is right. Nice big gap up on AMD. Didn't have earnings.
Yeah.
Right? You guys see that? That's massive.
Yeah, it was a deal with OpenAI, and they're like in
Right.
competition with Nvidia now.
Yep,
And,
look at this. AMD's multi-year deal with OpenAI to supply 6 gigawatts of GPU starting in late 2026. I'm just saying Nvidia gave them, I think it was 10 gigawatts, but you know, AMD's doing its thing. Expected to generate tens of billions in revenue and include potential equity warrants for OpenAI. So boom, there we go. This is probably what I'll cover today, right? Why is AMD moving? Wow, there's a big gap. Why? Boom, market AI, here's your answer. Upside targets, downside targets. Oh my goodness, bull target of 345 on AMD, 63% return from where we're currently trading. That would be something. Guys, on that note, I am going to be heading off. It is Monday, though. I did want to sort of check our COT report, indices, S&P. Ooh, look at this guy. COT report is hitting to the bear side lately. It says increasing bullish still, but shorts are definitely starting to open up here. Sort of evened out, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah,
I hope
if AMD retraces off the 50%, that will be off the previous spike at $187. So it's could be a good trade there.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all had a fantastic trading day. Hope you guys were able to make some money. No, wait, did gold just retrace into that? Dude, gold did. Look at this. Look at this. We weren't even looking at it. Gold retraced right to it. Entry stop loss would have been perfect on that, ladies and gentlemen. I hope somebody was able to take that while I was rambling about AMD. Guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.